Aquarius. So, y'all, I mean, it's the rude awakening energy, right? The rude awakening energy, which leaves you with kind of this bitter taste of defeat. I feel like this is people around you being defeated and you not really knowing why or feeling defeated when it comes to you. I think that this is a case of like these people live in glass houses, and what you didn't realize that it was so easy to lose them or so easy to hurt them, so easy to make them feel betrayed, or so easy almost to like betray them even though you've done nothing wrong. So essentially, like, we have Three of Swords in the reverse. It's like there's nothing, there's been no action for a really long time, and I feel like this person has a habit of kind of making these calls and making decisions before actually knowing your true situation or knowing truly who you are. It's like they like to second guess themselves or second guess what they see all the motherfucking time, and just as a repercussion of that, they end up putting themselves first and then also acting out of character, right? And so I feel like the Lovers card in the upright and Ace of Cups in the upright, though this was genuine, love was genuine, the feeling of warmth was genuine that we were picking up on. What is also genuine is that this person is weak. Okay, they are weak. They are fragile. They won't admit that they're fragile. And interestingly enough, I feel like they're spoiled, almost like spoiled rotten. Like I pick up on like rotten teeth or spoiled rotten because this person has the attitude of somebody who hasn't even been taught the proper lessons or taught the proper teachings of a relationship. If not a relationship, then it's like hereditary. Whatever they have not been taught was like passed down to them. So like maybe they are really, really, really hyper abusive and sensitive person, or like a screamer or a yeller, somebody who likes to almost like assert their dominance over you or try to solve things using petty means. That's all been hereditary or taught to them through parental guidance, through the people that were supposed to raise them properly to show them the way. We have Three of Wands in the upright and the Magician in the upright, which is it's counterproductive, right? Because you want this luxurious life, not luxurious in the means of like you need and want everything financially. I know. I'm saying like this is more of a side of you that you want freedom, but you also want settlement or commitment. Like you want freedom, but you also want, it's like, it's kind of contradiction. It's contradicting. Okay. Cause like, it's hard for me to speak about it, I guess, because I also am an Aquarius. It's hard for me to even know the line of thinking that goes into us sometimes, because we want things that we know we will never ever be able to have. You will never be free and then also be in a connection or commitment that fulfills your every single need. But that's why you find someone who fills the holes that you have, right? You have holes in your character where sometimes you want to run away. Sometimes you want to distance yourself. You're an air sign. You want to free flow or flow free. You don't want anything restricting. And when commitment gets hard, Aquarius does not like that. And Aquarius likes to step away or shut down, right? Or run away in some type of way, or whether it be like trying to defend yourself angrily or aggressively, right? It's like you like to fight something that you know is for you. You like to fight a relationship that you know is for you, because that's adding a whole other person into your psyche, into your mind, into your heart, into your chest, into your body. And it's hard to hold yourself accountable in those moments, because you're like, what else am I supposed to do other than argue, other than walk away, run away, or put this person in their place? You're supposed to listen, right? You're supposed to listen. You might not want this person in your journey, right? In your future. You might not like this type of person, but let me just tell you something. We sacrifice certain freedoms for love. We do. We have to. There's no such thing as a free-flowing relationship. Now, can you be yourself within the relationship? That should always be the case. You should always be able to be yourself and be better than anything you have been before, right? But you also have to realize you are sacrificing, personal freedoms for a person or an individual who may or may not, at the end of the day, betray you or hurt you or judge you, right? Or make you feel some type of way. But you're doing that at risk of your own self. And that's not always the best feeling for Aquarius, but that's also something we need. We need to sacrifice parts of ourselves in order not to be selfish, in order not to be narcissistic and self-centered. We need to sacrifice these things to learn other things from people, from humanity. Sometimes your aloofness can come to your detriment, because at the end of the day, you're not learning anything. You're not guiding yourself towards any actual path, and everything becomes more and more stressful because you're not enabling yourself to grow, right? With growth comes, sometimes hurt and sometimes pain, but sometimes understanding, like greater understanding than what you've ever gone through before, right? So when you're taking these steps back, or when you're kind of shutting yourself out, like I said, I feel like a lot of people around you live in this glass house. I feel like your house is more fortified. I feel like your house is more of a metal house, or more of a brick house, right? You find that a lot of the time, people aren't able to get through the walls as much as you wish they could. You wish they could understand you. You wish they could, follow through with a connection or commitment. But like, if you're not reaching out the door, then who is, right? If you find that everyone else around you is sensitive, right, is hurting or sensitive, or feeling some type of way, it just feels like in general, like you're like looking at people like they're strange because they're acting sensitive. But like, at the end of the day, who is the strange one here, Aquarius? Who is the strange one? You have to put that into perspective, because some people don't realize that you are who you say you are, that you are this individual that has strong emotions and strong feelings, because they can't see it. They hate that about you. They hate that they can't see certain things on your face or certain things within your actions. They don't know that you're in pain. Right? They see you as strong, very, very strong, very, very focused, very, very different. And that's why it's going to be even harder for you to try. You're not proving yourself, right? And anytime someone says like, well, Aquarius, no, I don't know where you're at. Like, I don't know if you're solid on this. I don't know about your follow through. I doubt you want what I want, because you're not showing me what I want in a relationship. It's like every time someone questions you, you have to put it into perspective that you want different things. And if you can't sacrifice, then you're not ready. If you can't sacrifice certain aspects of yourself, then you're not ready. I'm not saying sacrifice for something that's abusive or hurtful or harmful. I'm saying sacrifice for something that's worth it, that you see and feel is worth it, where you feel like you have to take a step back every time something gets rough. That's not the case. You can't give up on it, right? Just because something gets difficult or hard in the middle, you can't give up on it. Like I said, we're not talking about abusive or neglectful situations. We talk about situations of communication. We're talking about situations of misunderstanding. We're talking about misunderstanding your own emotions, and then also misunderstanding another person's emotions, vice versa. Them misunderstanding you is causing friction and triggers, and that's not okay, right? It's not okay when you feel disrespect, but it's also not okay to disrespect someone else's. You know what I mean? Don't preach. Don't do certain things in order to gain a reaction, and then you get the reaction that you want, and then it doesn't feel good, right? It's like, okay, well, they treated you a certain type of way. Maybe explain that to them. Explain what hurts you. Explain the pain. Navigate the pain, right? Use that pain to grow, to become bigger and better than who you were formerly. Okay? And then we have the Fool, and we have the Devil. I mean, cry me a river, right? Build a bridge, cry me a river type shit. It's a lot of you saying, like, you trying to brush someone off and be like, okay, well, it is what it is. Cry me a river. This is part of life, whatever. Like, get over it. And I feel like it's not something easy, to get over. I don't think that this is easy for you, and I don't think this is easy for this person. It's not a matter of just getting over it, right? It's learning through it, and it takes time, and it takes different sets of rules and expectations. Being able to set boundaries, most of all, boundaries. Learning boundaries is one of the hardest things we do as human beings, because they're always broken when we're young children, and we learn the wrong way versus the right way. And once we learn the wrong way, we keep repeating that behavior until, what the fuck was that? Until someone steps up and treats you the right way and does the right things, even through the pain that you show them, the painful anger, hurt, words. When somebody shows you love, even through that, that's when you break through. That's when you change. That's when you really start transforming and becoming a different individual. And that's also when certain things become easier for you, such as intimacy becomes easier for you. Okay, when you have the Fool and the Upright, it's like you feel like you're walking into a lion's den or a croc's den, crocodile den. That's not the case. That's just not the case. I think you'd be shocked. I think you'd be surprised at how, first of all, that you don't have to fight through this one. Okay? Whatever this situation is, you won't have to fight. You won't have to physically fight. You won't have to fight with your words either. In fact, you will be heard. You will be listened to. And that I know for a fact. That's what I see from this situation. You will be heard. You will be listened to. Okay? Now, will all your problems go away? Absolutely not. But will this situation be put to rest finally, entirely? Yes, it will. Good luck, Aquarius.